Hey YouTube, this is Douceboyz. I know I just posted a update video on all my animals, but I just updated some of the Crested Gecko's enclosures, and I just thought I should post a quick video explaining what I did. There are going to be a few more updates in the future, and I'll talk about those as well. So first I'll talk about Rocky's enclosure. Two things I added with his enclosure. First was obviously I added a bunch of vines, right? So if you say, oh my god, it looks like a jungle in there, that's exactly what I was going for. I'm starting to actually prefer natural setups. I just wanted to try it out, and when I did, the geckos showed an amazing improvement in both activity and coloration and food intake. So I know paper towels and really sterile setups are maybe healthier, but as in for quality of life, they might live longer, but the quality of life may not be as good as a more natural setup. Don't know if this is true, but I did see obvious improvements with more natural setups. So here's Rocky, as you already know, 6-year-old male Crested Gecko who lives in this 90-quart enclosure as of now. So what I did is I put two support bars, one made out of wood, one made out of really tough wrapping paper roll, right? Wrap these vines around them. There are two. One's bigger than the other one, and I think I did a pretty good job. And if you go past the canopy layer, the top layer there, I have EcoEarth as a substrate. Like every substrate, I've heard a lot of bad things about it, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. But I'm just going to run with it for a little bit, and I think it will work out well, as Rocky has definitely improved from adding all this stuff. He did lick the EcoEarth a couple of times, but I think he was just investigating it. Like I said, he's been on unnatural substrate for the majority of his life. So yeah, I think he was just checking it out. I haven't seen him do it again after the first couple times. And he did eat a lot of his food last night, so he definitely can tell the difference, obviously, right? In the wild, and if they could in the wild, then they'd probably die. But then again, these aren't wild, these are definitely domesticated reptiles, so. Yeah, so in the near future, I hope to move Rocky into this 40-gallon tall aquarium. I just need to get a lid, because as you can tell, this was a fish tank, and it has holes for where the filter and the thermometer went. I think I just might make a screen out of wood. I mean a top out of wood and screen, or I just might order it online, because the general sizes at Petco are like for 20-gallon and 50-gallon longs, and they're just not short and skinny enough for a high tank. Yep, so that's Rocky's enclosure. And now I'll take you to Tum Tums. As you can see, I added the EcoEarth, and I also added some ground litter. I read that in the wild, Crested Geckos use ground litter in hollow tree trunks as refuges. And they also create microclimates. So it's like microclimates of these small little patches of area that contain like a totally different climate from the general climate. So the general climate may have 40% moisture and like a 70-degree temperature, but under the leaf there's a microclimate of around like 80% moisture and maybe 76 degrees Fahrenheit temperature. And that's really important for a reptile in regulating its body equilibrium and maintaining itself. And as you can see right now, Tum Tum is hiding right inside there. He or she, I don't really know, I haven't determined the sex yet, really loves the hollow tree trunk effect that I made. And all I did was I cut a paper towel holder in half. I put a hole right there, and I ran a vine through it. Like I said, that's Tum Tum's main spot. So once I move Rocky out of the 90 quart tub into the 40-gallon tank, I will move Tum Tum, maybe wait until it's a little bigger, but I will eventually move Tum Tum into the 90 quart. And if it does turn out to be female, then I will also move Tum Tum into the 40-gallon with Rocky, and that would be ideal. But I'm not sure what the sex is going to be. I bought both Tum Tum and Colt. Oh, by the way, I gave Colt to my little brother, Awesome Gecko 4, if you check out his YouTube channel. But yeah, Tum Tum and Colt, I bought them unsexed for $20, both of them. So it was the best deal ever, I think. Yeah, so that's the update on the Crested Geckos. I guess I said all I needed to say. Eventually, I'm thinking about getting natural substrate for Bindi. I know everybody's saying that's a bad idea because leopard geckos seem to get impaction a lot easier than any other reptile. But I feed Bindi with tongs, so I don't think it'll be a problem that she'll accidentally ingest some substrate while she's hunting, because she hunts in the air and not on the actual substrate. I also put some EcoWorth into her humid hide for a bit, and she hasn't come out since. She really enjoys it. She enjoys digging. She's a female, so that's always good if I ever needed a lay box for her to get comfortable with. So yeah, I think she'll actually do really nicely on natural substrate, just like my Crested Geckos are doing. And it's also nice to look at too. So yeah, those are my updates.